First I started with the bracket, upper engine mount. We have to get this cover off, inspect for what I think may be cam seals. Cam seals leaking on the power steering pump, making the belt squeak. Got some crazy noise coming from the belts down there and a little oily. Can't tell if it's power steering fluid or oil, so I'm pulling this front engine cover. 99 3.0 Toyota in a Lexus RX 300. I believe it's the same engine as the Camry V6 3.0. You have two cams in the front, which means each head has its own cam seal. So we're going to pull this cover off, see what the water pump, timing belt, cam seals, see if all that looking good. If we have a problem, there's something. DIY oil catch can. That's worked pretty well. I'm going to do a little modification of that too. So I'm going to pause, get to work. Now, I took the two big bolts, monster bolts, front motor mount. Have two of those. Took the front dog bone off, top engine mount. And if you see right here, very important, you'll have a ground. I believe that ground comes back into the harness here. And that goes to the body. So don't forget that. Or if yours is missing, you know there should be a ground. There's your engine mounts. Might even take those off and clean them. We'll see. Pause. Now it looks like that aluminum bracket may have a bolt broke off in there from the bottom. I don't know if you can see that all the way down in the bottom. Looks like a bolt, tail of a bolt, but there's no head on the bottom and there's a hole. So if I got a broken bolt there through this aluminum, I'm in trouble. Gonna be a big pain. Pause it. We'll see if I can knock it off. Looks like there was a bolt down there. Managed to bump the bracket with a little hammer, but as you see, it looks threaded to me. Maybe it's just dirty. Just a pin, not a bolt, just a pin. I don't feel any thread. Smooth pin down there. Knock off the bracket and you have it off. Real tight job here. But we're gonna get in a little deeper here and see what we can do. Pause. Special bolts here, guys. 10 heads, 10 millimeter heads. They have this collar sleeve bolt in each one here. See those connectors back there? There's a harness right here, harness holder, real easy. Here's another, pull that back. Now we have these big wire harness coming into the top here. Gonna take a little work to get down in there. There was a piece of tape here. See that? Holding this on, holding this together. This folds back, and I suspect this whole cover should fold back. We do have another bolt right here. Here's your bracket bolt. Down back here is another cover bolt. This bolt, I believe, is this mount of the block. Feels like there may be another bolt down here or not. And there's definitely one in the back. So we have this one all the way in the back of the front cover, and we have to work with these harnesses here. So I'm just gonna take a break so I can use both hands. Getting those two snapped, real easy. Get your screwdriver in here, and if you could see right there, push that with a screwdriver, and you have one right back in the back there, right on top. Push those with a screwdriver, lifts up. You do have looks like variable valve, maybe a cam sensor back there, and that wire's holding you. That harness is holding you, but you should be able to pull this up enough to get under there and get to that bolt. No need to work any farther than that until you get to that bolt. Just wanted to point out, you can get by with a 1/4 inch set here, except for the top engine bracket, dog bone. You probably want 3/8 drive. 1/4 inch ratchet set works just fine here. No extension needed. No extension would work because of the fender. You can get in there and get these little 10 millimeters with a 1/4 inch ratchet. Be just fine. Okay, guys and women's, I don't see why anybody couldn't do this, but all the way in the back here, probably about equal with your power steering hose, there's another bolt in the back of this cover, in the rear of this front cover here. And then follow your hand down, and there's another bolt head, but I believe that is not for the front cover. I can't find my manual for this, but this is just an inspection cover, so I like to do things by learning, finding what I need. Sometimes the manual is even wrong. But it feels like there's one all the way in the rear, and then we're loose, but follow the cover down, and it doesn't feel like there is another one, but there's your power steering pump. Feels like she's loose, but where's it catching? Maybe it's my flashlight holding me back. Let's see. Now, financing at $5,250 combined cash allowance plus $1,000 total bonus cash on the 2018 Dodge Journey SXT all-wheel drive. Visit your local Dodge dealer today and hurry in during the Dodge Big Finish event. Based on 2019 Boyd's Midsize Sport Utility Vehicle segment. Available V8 based on Boyd's Middle Specialty segments. Financing. Do we have one down here? Feels like it. We may have one down here.
Hi, Terry Hemmert here, and I want to tell you about a very special cause. NPH, Nuestros Pequeños.
What I'm doing now is just feeling the cover.
NPH strives to create a loving and safe family environment for children living in extreme conditions in Haiti
and it sure feels like we have another cover bolt
opportunity to develop their potential.
Under.
Spread some of your love this holiday season. Check out nphusa.org today. That's nphusa.org. Lincoln Hall and Schuba's.
We do have another bolt down here, I believe, and that's going to be a treat for you. It does feel like we have another one down here, all the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom, and that feels like you have to deal with your power steering belt, possibly get past the pulley there. So it's getting a little more difficult. May have to get in from the side, take the wheel off, which I did not do yet, but I look like I have no choice. Take the wheel off, get down there, get at those bolts. Okay, I resorted to just cranking the wheel, get it out of my way, and it looks like we have cover bolt there and there. So those two bolts right there look like they're keeping the cover on. You see I have some oil, and that's what I'm looking to find out, where it's coming from, what's leaking to cause this. So I'm going to take my time, take those off.